Okay, I'm going to start and show you how to use the RawScripts application to write a screenplay for our class. First step is you navigate to the website www.rawscripts.com. Here, you just type that into your browser, hit enter, and it will take you to this web page. As it mentions, it's an online screenwriting application. The scripts are private, secure, and they're accessible anywhere, which will really help the students out. You have nothing to install, so it can be used on basically any browser. There's no need for a certain program like Microsoft or Apple or anything like that. You can actually even try out the application, but I recommend doing the login for the students, and I'll show you why. Let me just do the try out the application, or you can click here to try it out. If you try it out, it brings up a sample one. This is duck soup. Somebody just did a quick little Marx Brothers script typed up here. So you can type within here, like you can just click your cursor anywhere and start typing. This is a sentence, for example. To get an idea of that, you can click basically anywhere within the application. So that's a quick introduction of how to actually log in and get there. With this sample, you're kind of limited to a few things, and I'll go into it in more detail in a second. But let me close this window, and I will log in with my Lakeit account to show you more information on how the application actually works once you've logged in and are fully using it. So it's taking a second here. It shouldn't take too long. Not sure why it's taking so long. I'll try it again here. Okay, there we go. It's logged me into my using my Lakeit email account. There's settings. You can, if you really wanted to edit the software to make it more usable, you can download the source. This is an open source program, which I'm a fan of. So I already have a script here that I've been editing, but you can, on the top left here, I'll show you how to create a new script, give it a name, and we can start editing. So this is the next task here in our subtask, as it were. So I'll create a new script. I'll give it a title, example script. You type in, and then you just click create, and it'll start creating the script here for you. So within this is now where the students can actually go and edit. Let me explore some of the drop-down menus. You can rename your script, save it, duplicate it. Here's where you can save your export, which is what you'd want your students to do. And you can save and close. There are also options for editing. You can undo, redo. They can create title pages, search and find, spell check it. And here's some of the more important things. The labels, which I'll show you in a moment, what they do. View, you can view the notes, change the size of the font, and you can share with other students and collaborators here, as well as email a copy of it in a PDF form, which will be helpful for the instructor as well. So right now it starts off with what's called a slug. I have open here some information from slugline.co/the-basics. It kind of describes the scene headings, which is a slug, also known action items, character, parentheticals, dialogue, and transition, which I'm not really going to have, wouldn't have students understanding. Kind of explain that as I'm doing it. So here, a slug is where the scene takes place. So this will be the interior. Say Jack and Chrissy's apartment. Then next, it'll automatically switch you to an action label, or you can right here just change it and edit it if the students desire or if they want to. Here's where you would go ahead and describe some information. For example, Jack and Chrissy are waiting in their apartment for Mr. Roper to ask for the rent check. See, if you hit enter, it automatically switches to the next subcategory or label here, and this would be the character, so you could describe who is saying the speaking. Here it'll be Jack. Then you can add some dialogue. For example, for him, let's say, when is Mr. Sorry, my caps lock is on. When is Mr. Roper getting here? The next automatically switches to the character. So you'd have Chrissy say something. And then just enter again, it automatically goes to the dialogue. And you say, I don't know. And I would have the students progress, describe other scene changes, so on. But then is the final step of our task is you'd want students, after editing, to save it. So make sure that they save it. It should automatically save, let you know over here. And then finally to export it. So we go File, Export as a PDF. If you have a title page, usually they wouldn't. And export. Now, I've created a sample file here, an example script, and this is the PDF here that's created that the students can print, submit, or email however they would desire. So that's a quick look at how to create